Good morning, or whatever it is wherever you are. Oh, a few more windows. All right, so apparently there was in skirmish mode, you can now pick the commander for the AI, and that's not working with Legion. So first we need something that we can test with. We updated this. Now I have to remember how to actually get usable mods out of it. Balance is dev, huh? Yep. Install local. Oh. You've got a .git file. Well, hmm. Okay, it is empty. So now, yeah, nobody's actually talking about how the submodules work. Submodule add. Cloning a project with submodules. Submodule init. Checked out. Okay, and it kind of ended up in the same place. Or at least the surface structure looks similar. Okay. Enable development. Oh, they mean in PA. All right, PA paths dot. Well, this says install local. This okay. Update the PA paths. So we have a PA paths. Okay. Is that up to date with the current example? Data media. Okay, data path, media path, but we are currently on, the media probably hasn't changed that much, but. And, ooh, wait. We had two files open there. Yeah, okay, so that was not the example. Ooh. Well, that will only be if we're doing JSON files, which we shouldn't be actually touching. And then we'll eventually need to have a branch if we find anything. Oh, and which Python is this? I'm sure I've got another one somewhere. Reasonably sure. I just have to find it so I can call it directly. So we could have Python 2.7. Well, I thought I had I thought I had several versions of Python. See, I thought that was something I ran into with like, there was Strawberry Pearl versus, no, that was Pearl version, maybe. Yeah, that was, oh no, that was Ming GW. How about paths? Python 3732. I think, because that's an app data local, well, local programs. Maybe it was got installed locally or something. Oh no, actually that is path. 3732 scripts. Seems to have been a local install. Oh, come on, I can't even look at it. Yeah, we got Python 27, which apparently has a superior position. All right, so we were in, oh, I didn't see which app data it was. Oh no, because it was programs. Programs. Python 3532, 3732, Python DEXZ. Okay, so we're already in, well, we're in app data local, but we're several directories down. Programs, Python 37. Okay. Install local. Okay, to dev. No old server folder. Oh, okay. No old client folder. Now, where did it put this? Did it put it down here? Did it put it... Server mod, server mod dev. Okay, so we should actually have something enableable now. Reload file system mods. There we go. So the current behavior maybe the dev version has this enabled? Oh, that was me. Okay. Maybe the AI selection is just okay, so the button is just mapped to me. Is what that ends up doing in the interim. Wait, so... Yeah, I presume... That's fine. So, now, where's the code? I guess we could actually play around. It depends if it's... So this probably does have to actually be in the server mod. Maybe it's in both? Where is the source copy? So we've got server, locales. We've got client. And we've got shared. Yeah. So it's probably in here. So for ease of development or debugging, what we're going to try to do is go into server mods. Server mod dev UI. And, well, actually just renaming it all. Do the trick. So that we can go into client mods and be able to reload directly. Okay, so there's the welcome. All right, now we're going to have to leave and reload that. And let's just do a reload to be safe. AI skirmish. Connect to game lobby. Set up AI skirmish, probably Legion. Yeah, maybe not. Okay. Let's do a quick test. We're running the code we think we are. There it is. And that we're running the code we think we are. There it is. All right, so what? Well, we're also going to have to look at the actual game code. Main game? Been a little bit. New game.js. So we want to know, let's see, where is, maybe HTML as well. Commander? AI commander picker. Show AI commander picker. Model.ai commanders. Commander picker. Where is the conditional? So I guess this is like the entire AI thing versus the player thing. Model.commanders. This. Why are both blocks of code in here? Maybe it's one of those things where there is a per item visible. Show AI commander picker. Show commander picker. So this is the pop-up thing. And that is not controlled through here. Toggle commander picker. Toggle AI commander picker. Which is probably about all we need to know, really. Okay. So this feels like, are they doing Legion Commander Picker coloring? Style Commander Picker Legion, Style Slot Legion. Okay, so what are they actually doing? URL, welcome, theme setting, Commander Picker coloring, welcome. Not Legion client loaded. Oh, I might have to check common as well. Legion commanders. Why is the vanilla commanders? Style picker, change Legion AI. Change to. patch lobby.js. Ooh, this is doing DOM change. Okay, that's the thing. Doing the HTML. Enable Legion. Oh, this isn't actually doing anything to the commander list? Alright, how about common? Legion Global, Legion Global. Oh, maybe the commander list is built by the game. Okay. So why does selecting this change the player? Let's test something real quick. Make sure this is actually doing what we think it is. So if I select change the AI, it actually changes the AI. Okay. So base game is working fine. Oh, I wonder if they had to replace the entire line to add the change to Legion button. Alright, so now if we do this, it actually changes me. Slot player, adder, data bind. Ooh, yeah, they're doing some... They're doing some adder replacements that could... it's toggle... No, they're not doing anything that affects the toggle case. Append welcome. Commander picker item. What is our HTML for this? So toggle commander picker is slot player commander, slot player. Oh, there's only one? What? There's only one toggle commander picker. Oh, because it would be toggle AI commander picker. So... Oh... There it is. They are it looks like div commander picker item button standard IDX. Ah. which is used for both set AI commander and set commander. With no direct attribute. Okay, so it's under AI commander picker versus under commander picker. So, oh, because it's a different window. Slot player. Is there like a slot AI player? Slot player text AI. Oh, slot player commander. Slot player empty. If slot is empty, slot player. Slot player. Okay, so that might be fine. So we need to do this. Div commander picker item. So we have to do it where we separate commander picker from is it commander picker AI? AI commander picker. And then AI commander picker. I guess we should probably check that there's no other difference here. Data bind. Oh, well. Set AI commander. Model selected AI. Default rollover sound doesn't look particularly different. It's just the click function. Okay, so set commander index versus, okay, so CSS click function model set commander. So really we just have to update this. And this. Okay, so that works for me. And it works for you. And we've got 2 Legion, 2 MLA, seems to be responding correctly. I guess we should actually start a game to make sure everything's working. Go ahead and get our tiny little test system here. Let's actually spectate this so we can see everything. Oh, I probably left them on idle. It should be fine. Okay, so whoa, you look like, man, the acceleration. I probably need to load my driver, but oh, that's right, you don't get the build menus in this. Oh. Oh, because I also haven't selected. There we go. That looks like all the right stuff. Man, is that my, trackball works. Tweak it once. No, that's not it. Huh. I wonder if that's a modern PTE thing. Anyway. We found that. So we want to do this, and we want to do it in new game.js style commander. Get status. Okay, so this is our only change. Get checkout -b. Fix AI commander selection. Now, was there something? Now, they say capital balance, but I don't know that. I don't even know if Git does that. Critical fix. It's a little bit broken right now. I don't know if they consider it a hot fix. So that's up to them. Okay, so it's just that. Oh. And my editor settings are going to change the new line. I mean, they could take the diff and reapply it if that bothers them enough. No commit broken. Units. Nothing about commit messages. Hey, Kitch. Yep, there was divergence between the two selection boxes. So you actually had to use a, well, you can actually see it here, a different parent selector to get the right box. So we've got Commander Picker and AI Commander Picker. All right, now, no, actually, you probably did give me rights directed to the Legion repo, didn't you? I probably haven't used it in a long time. And if you need to reapply that to master for a hotfix or anything, you guys should be able to work that out. Or actually, since you're here, do you want to consider this a hotfix to master, or? Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, well, I was going to put it in as a PR anyway, so you can decide when to release it. But just if you have any opinions on if this should be a hot fix or anything. But you said to balance anyway, so yeah. So I'm currently off balance, and it's on its own little branch. But yeah, okay. So yeah, we'll just put this up as a PR for you guys to deal with on your release schedule. And I actually had this open over here. Balance. There's not a whole lot to say about it. There are now 2 commander pickers, so we have to use a context in the selector. Yeah, that is something I've not touched at all. It looks like there's just API calls there. But I think that is the only PA thing I have to work on right now. Ah. It's all being written to. Okay, yeah, I've not looked into audio at all. I haven't had a use case for that yet. I guess I should clean my local install here. Hmm. All right, get that turned off. I'm not really going to need... let's see, this is the modern PTE files. This is the client mods, so we don't need this. Oh, I've got editors open. Oh, right, because you do the stupid back button. Okay. And server mods. So that was the game's new game. That was another window it had opened. All right, so that seems to be the thing I wanted to accomplish with PA. So I'm probably going to... Oh, right on, here we go. Var responses. Ah, okay, so there was not only the sound calls, but actually getting the triggers in there. Yeah, because even that was a whole code-driven thing before. Do we still have modern PTE? Oh. Audio, return new audio model. So actually it is this function. Responses, oh, audio response model. Yeah. Oh, that revolve. Let us see. So I guess that would be a thing you would do. Full metal, full energy, under attack. Command destroyed. New enemy contact. Yeah, this might depend a little bit on what the event system can send. Ah, okay, so yeah, like this. Yeah, so yeah, you can replace some of these VO calls and the units. Nuke launcher, anti-nuke launcher, Delta V engine. Yeah, there's a bunch of these unit-specific responses. Looks like this will, well, I don't know if this is an exposed thing. Sometimes, like, this responses ends up closured, so you can't really get to it. Audio model, yeah. Yeah. Okay, that didn't work as well as I wanted. Because I want that one. Okay. Process event. So, I guess you... Audio model. New audio model. So, yeah, you could probably take that object, replace process event with one that checks your own events, and then calls down to this one if it's not... you don't find a Legion response. Or does the total take over if you want to go that route, but then that doesn't leave as much room for multiple people to add audio responses. But wherever, well, it is the result of this var audio model. Okay, so probably audio model is a global then. Events, process event. Depending on what setup you might also have to do. Oh, and then there's triggers. But yeah, if audio model is global, you can be able to override the methods on that. And then chain down to the old ones if you don't have anything special to do. Anyway, where are we at? Well, no, I mean, you have another file that just takes the global audio model. Yeah, so you just have one of your files that's doing live game or common or something. And you just start doing, I've forgotten the method name. No, the other audio. Response? Yeah, process event. And, being a little bit more careful about scoping your variables. Audio model process event, and you could do Legion process event or something. But inline it would just be and then we do check Legion responses, and then if not, we call process event. Being very lazy about the code, but that's the general pattern for for sort of overwriting something like that while still. I don't know. Yeah, there's actually no return value here, but it's often good practice to maintain that if it's a thing. And then your code will look a lot like this, just with your own data structures. But that is all of the PA stuff I had lined up for today. So I'm going to go ahead and take a break, and then I'm going to switch back. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do today, because I think the only way I can get the effect I want with the stream raid notices is that we have to have two browser tabs, one that's the always on chat monitor, and I'll have to verify if they can actually communicate via local storage, but I think they should, or something. And the other, which is refreshed on scene change. Well, I can also check for OBS variables. Could do that first. But yeah, I'm going to switch back to the Elm and still dealing with some JavaScript APIs, but the Elm Stream Credits app. I'm modding it. It is a completely open source game, so it's not particularly moddable, but the C source is out there, and you can make patches to it. So I will be back in a few minutes. It's just a good time to go ahead and stretch and get water and stuff while I'm changing subject as well. Different Steam name, but just somebody came in and said hi, and he said he had the game, so I'm like, hey, I haven't played much multiplayer, let's check it out. And I figured probably better if he hosted the game, since I'm also streaming. So I saved that world, Lost in the Cave, so it'll be fun getting out. Yep, okay. Now, I don't think I saw...
They will not act smart. But, mind you, students are students, and not all students are smart students. So there are some students that are not 100% smart. So don't buy into that stereotype. If a student doesn't want to learn, they're not going to learn, no matter what ethnicity they are. Just giving you a heads up. Because I've got...
Huh. I wasn't there a second ago. Nothing. Where's it that one?
A little bit here.
Why can't you stay alive and all that stuff? And then I got the game myself and I was like, oh, I see. But it was just so unique to me. So different. People compare it to Don't Starve Together, which I've never played. game I've mostly seen it compared.
And I still gotta get a boar. Hey, Chibi! Hi! Let's go to the inn and rest. Oh crap.
Didn't want to admit it.
Alright, welcome back. We still got a little bit of setup stuff to do here. So we need a bunch of... we want our bin monitor to compile. We want a reactor for a web server. We want to make sure we are clean. Oh, that's right. I got some additional sample messages from random stuff I was doing. So actually, I could update I think the RAID at least. I run into some unknown tags, so update that real quick. Test rated line. All right, so oops. Purge message, purge message. Oh, I grabbed 2 of these. Target user. Okay, so I guess I already had that. And then raid message. Okay, so flags, the thing they were not documenting. So that must be somewhere else. Display name. Oh, right, because it's all a bunch of different stuff. Shadow's unknown tag message param profile URL. Okay. Message param viewer count. System message. And we probably need this to be a little bit taller. All right, so now we have a brand new undocumented parameter. Well, maybe it was documented. I only did the things that I actually saw. So we need message param profile image URL. Message param profile. Well, thank you. Profile image URL. So that might be able to Ooh, that might have a bunch of special characters in it. Oh, and now I have to change my actual test case, which I maybe should have actually done first. And then made the code work. And that is going to be a big long thing. All right, now we got something else off. Oh, wait, unknown tag. Okay, so I type out the tag name. Message param profile. Oh, you are capital L. Okay, and that did that. Mit minus m, actual sample raid message. All right. So the other part of this is that I've got this set up as a. Actually, we haven't really run this yet, have we? Public index as a little stream credit thing. But when it starts up before the stream is going, I actually end up with like no hosts. And then it doesn't have a stream start. So I have a thing for visibility changes, but you don't get those if it's hidden on startup, as is commonly the case with OBS browser tabs. So on the forums, I swear I have seen browser source, like special APIs, file path, and custom CSS field. Somewhere I had found OBS specific browsers tab stuff, but I don't remember what topic that was. Well, I could check. Okay, so this is logged in, and do I have like, I don't have an OBS tag, so probably not. Yeah, I don't have any bookmarks for it. No browser plugin. How about general search? Classic only. Would that have to inject the API? Destroy browser. Well, there's a set showing. Set active. Update is local width height. It's all settings. Clicking on all browsers. Dispatch JS event. So I had browser source at one point, or OBS source. OBS Studio. And I know there's OBS WebSocket. That makes a higher bar for what you have to have. Get remote. Check out master. Get merge. OBS project master. I guess maybe I should actually do the version I'm running. All right, so where is this? Oh, this is an OBS project OBS browser. Ooh. That's actually a separate project. I think I may have been using a compiled plugin before. OBS browser. JS bindings, a global object. Oh, maybe it's just in the README. Fancy that. Window.obs studio on. Now you see there's already a visibility change API. Active, inactive state. Not sure what that means. Oh, that means if it's toggled on and off. Oh, scene change callback. I don't know if I want to. I could update on every scene change. I really want to know if I'm visible. Streaming started, stop. Current scene. Oh, I can get the current scene. Well, that's probably the current scene in OBS, not the current scene we're in. I could refresh on every scene change. Although the visibility status in OBS might actually be more accurate than the browser visibility API. So we could do a little temporary. So somewhere. I need to update my model with the visibility log again. Because you can't, if it's hidden, you can't see it, amazingly enough. So visible log is a list. Well, I'm going to have to deal with decoding visibility one way or another. Although, does my view currently bring in... View currently brings in nothing browser. So let's... Should be sufficient. I think we can two-string that. Actually, no, I could debug two-string it and probably work. So So roughly wherever we do that. Oh, I might want to shut down the browser-only events. Oh, I just don't log them. Okay. Although, I'd probably want to go through the same message response for real? No, we do. As we shut down, oops. Shut down that. So it doesn't fire, and then... visible log equals visible model dot visible log. The actual refresh we're not too concerned about. Just trying to see if this works. Do we have like a footer? Yeah. So then we just want to do like... oh, do I even get a model down here? Yes, I do. Model dot visible log list dot map debug dot toString, and then that to browser text. Not even worrying about spacing. Oh, we probably need to do a row just to be something. And actually, the test suite we don't really need running right now. Okay, so the view is not happy about something. Scroll speed. Let's do the pipe. Is this... Well, removing it is gonna cause other problems. But I want to see if that error moves. Cannot find the scroll speed variable. That was the only thing. But there's no pipe here. Well, we know what we changed. What the heck? I guess the easiest way to get, well, how about that? We need the comma. Okay, so that's fine. Why are the error messages so terrible? Anyway, Is text not a thing? I thought text was a thing. Text seems like a thing. Yeah, it's right up there. The argument sent through the pipe is list string. Oh, you need to be a list.map again. Which means we could really just do that. All right, so we don't have any visibility triggers right now. So index. I'm just gonna do a. Well, no, this is eventually gonna be a real thing, isn't it? If it works. So edit source. I guess we could start it as an OBS module. OBS browser source. I guess OBS Studio is the variable. So let's say port module. OBS Studio. And I had what here? We had port socket. So we're going to have port. All we care about right now is OBS is on visibility change. Maybe active, inactive? Visibility is what I really care about. So this is param bool visibility. But so it can be value, it can be string. I think you can just, maybe you can send a bool. No, that's a command. We need this to be a sub, which might be able to do bool to message. All right, and then index. If app.ports.on. Oh, that's why the actual ports. Typically go this way. And then maybe I expose a on visibility change that doesn't currently do anything, just so that that becomes module name that. But this I guess WebSocket send was a decent enough name. We'll just properly scope this if you have multiple ports going on. And actually, this is going to be pretty similar. And then args all get bound up, but we... Oh, subscribe args. No, cause no, this is backward. This is send. We want, as an example, that's WebSocket connect. Where is... Oh, the events are just... Oh, yeah, so we don't even subscribe. It's just that name, dot send. Oh, I'm currently assuming that if we have that, then we have this, which might be inappropriate. Then we want to subscribe. If window.obs studio and OBS studio and Windows and window.obs studio.on visibility change, and that's a very long line now. Then we want to subscribe to window.obs studio.onVisibilityChange with see if that works. And then our application subscribe. Oh, we have to import module. Import. Subscriptions. Oh, that's what we want. That's what we want to do. It's even called on visibility change, but it's the OBS version. Okay. OBS Studio. This is what we can do here. Import browser.events, and then this on visibility change is a browser.events.visibility to message submessage. So it gets that visible, and it says if visible, then Wait, how does this work? Because we have to do this, and then we have to say, well, this is an if. Wait a minute, how does this work on a subscription? We do this. Is that a task thing? I know I've done consequent stuff with decoders. Sub.map, maybe. Platform.sub. Batch map. Sub.map, this stuff over that. Visible. If visible, then browser.events.visible else. I assume hidden? Oh, and you have to be exposing on visibility change. Does not expose a visibility type. Okay, so we got a typo somewhere. Visibility. Oh. OBS Studio. But map needs the second argument to be subbool. Oh, right. That's the OBS Studio. Oh, right. Wait, bool to message. Map needs the second argument to be subbool. Right. But ports have a constrained API where they have to take the function. Oh, right. Transform messages produced by a subscription. So the port itself has to take a... Yeah, but that's sub to sub. So I want you to actually produce bool. And this is where I wish that ports could actually just be subs, because that would make it clearer how you take bools and map them to events. This is one of my JSON decoders. I did this before. What would that be? Measure text? No. Twitch extension? That's... This provides the decoders and the ports directly. It does not do the decoding for you. Yeah, no, wrong folder. File input. That doesn't do anything with subs. That's just the decoder. Local storage. Okay, so that produces a sub message. Loaded produces a sub message. Local storage loaded. No, okay, so that's just a mapping over this. Loaded JSON. Oh no, save JSON. Maybe that's what you do. You take Function composition, not a submap. So this might actually be easier if we actually break this out. So this is, I don't know, bool browser.events.visibility. So what we want to do is, so you're going to take a tagger and call this with encode visible, then tagger. Compile 2 modules. Okay. So now this is only going to fire in actual OBS. And oh look, I might even have a tab still up. This one is not set to shut down when not visible, so I may have to go in and refresh it every once in a while. That's not loading. Okay, so without that, it is not. Refresh cache? Oh, right, because it wasn't there at startup. I actually need like a window projector or something. So there have been no properly caught and logged visible events yet. Of course, now I'm viewing it, so it's still visible. Yeah, nothing that's been logged. Shoot. I can't use JavaScript because the browser sources, last I tried, the debug tools crash, essentially. Of course, what I don't know is if I've typed everything here correctly. Well, here's one thing we can do. We can do. Oh no, wait! It's not a function. It's .send. But we can do. What we can do is on load. We can send a true. That might not be true. We might be a hidden tab. But anyway, it helps if we call the right function. So refresh. So there's no initial visible, much like the browser. Still getting nothing in the log. So here's where we can test the port. You're not going to have OBS Studio, though. Properties, refresh cache of page. Still nothing. Shoot. Oh, Windows. Okay. Fresh cache still doesn't do it. How about... Okay, so that one gets a visible. That gets a visible. So, why WinApp? What the? I wish I could see the error messages in the browser tabs. You know, this is technically the beta. Oh, we have to launch it with remote debugging port, which we can't. Well, I could launch it. I've launched other instances of OBS in the past to do this stuff, but it also did not work. So I don't know if I want to mess with it right now. All right, so how about you refresh? Okay, and if we do something, still the same, just the initial one. So this is where we have to figure out which of these conditions is failing. So that will fail in the local one. Ooh. That's actually just an error, which is weird. Oh, because it's a syntax error. Okay, so it thinks that there is an OBS Studio variable. I guess we need to do this, huh? It does not think there is an onVisibility change function. Well, did I misspell visibility? Oh, this is where I'd love, well, what I... How about on connect? No, because I'm still not printing that anywhere. Port OBS Studio debugging is a string. I could 2JSON it, maybe. OBS Studio dot OBS Studio debugging visibility debugging string. I don't have access to the console. So we actually have to have a debugging log. I guess it doesn't have to be a log. We do have to initialize it. And then debugging message is a model. If we're actually in a regular browser, that wouldn't be as bad. But because last I checked, you cannot get to... Well, or I would have to get another copy of this version of OBS in portable mode, it starts to become its own trial. Wrong bracket. Model.debugging log. OBS, oh, it has to be exposed. Okay. Now, in our footer, we do another one of these. It's already a string, so it's really just text. All right, refresh current page. We probably don't call that anywhere, do we? So app.ports.obs studio debugging JSON dot send JSON dot stringify. Is it stringify? Okay, if you're not worried about printing, it's just stringify. Window.obs studio. Plugin version. Dang it, I need a live window. Because that's probably, oh, this might be a parent object thing. Is there like object dot get prototype of now these might actually be system methods that you can't even enumerate. And that gives me empty object. All right, so back to the browser source. Wait, where? What? Browser apps, set value OBS Studio. On context created. OBS Studio object, plugin version, get current scene, get status. Ooh. They didn't update the README. And get current scene is an active, not an event. So I can't, there is nothing I can listen for here. Is this already... All scene name. V8. That's a plugin thing. Feature request. Yeah, remote debugging port, which doesn't work. Or it didn't as of the last production version. The OBS name of the source. State getters for current JS bindings. Pull requests. Yeah. The README just seems to be wrong. Register for visibility, active, inactive. Oh, wait. Oh, so this is a different section. OBS scene changed. Okay, so it's just the visibility events that are... Visibility and active. Yeah, dispatch. So all of those are supported. Although I still can't get a list of methods on the object. But on active change... Get current scene, get status, maybe was there? Okay, so that is a persistent source. So we can check the OBS scene changed. Oh, this is window.addEventListener, not OBS Studio. Anyway, other events that are available. Maybe they got dropped because the browser theoretically supports those? Anyway, those do not exist. I could do a data refresh on every scene change. That would be a bunch of unnecessary data refreshes. But it would accomplish the purpose in a single tab, instead of having to have a chat tab and a display tab, which gets kind of clunky. So we would still want to do this if it's an OBS Studio. But it's not visibility change anymore. It's OBS scene changed. Which has oh no. This is all wrong. This is window.add event listener OBS scene changed. And then that's an event which we can't actually see. I guess. Well, no, we'll get a JSON object and then we. I'm not sure debug is able to do arbitrary JSON values anymore. We will have to hope. I guess in a pinch, I could string it and send it, stringify it and send it through here. And OBS Studio is going to be OBS scene changed. That is going to be a value for the time being. And then I'll probably end up adding a decoder here to get the scene name. Well, you know, I actually don't care what the value is for my purposes. I just care that it exists. Wait, it works if you define it? Oh, it's one of those events. Oh. But there's no reference to this in the code. Is it checking against, like, any OBS event that has a matching name? Execute JS function. Wait, how did... That's where I searched for that. I guess I typoed it that time. Guess I typoed it that time. And now everything's gone. Visibility change is a, from the user perspective, oh, you are a bool. Studio on is a import browser.events, browser.events.visibility. Yeah. To message a submessage on visibility change is OBS Studio on visibility change with code visible tagger. Code visible is a browser. I guess if somebody's looking at this trying to figure out how to use it, it's good to have the explicit version. Encode visible, visible. If visible, then browser. Events dot, I think it's hidden. And then we have to do that. So OBS Studio exists. Studio exists. Window.obs studio.on. Visibility change is app.ports.obs studio on visibility change .send. That shouldn't be a compile. We're not doing any test stuff right now. I did not get a visibility log. Had I already removed it from here? No. So no, wait, I'm calling a function again. Equals, actually just, yeah, equals that. Refresh cache, hide it, nothing. The only thing we can really do here is say send all right, properties, refresh. Property, nope. It does not seem to be firing. What about on active change? No, actually, it's this one we care about. Properties, refresh. Nope. Oh, wait. This doesn't exist. Ah. Visible, hidden, and active, visible, active, visible. Okay, so Okay, debugging. Visibility change. Oh, this is where I might have to... Visible or active? This is something I can actually check. Because we have... OBS script mic check. Common. Status monitor. Maybe the main one? Set alarm visible. Where are we checking which scenes we care about? It's been a long time since I looked at this. Examine source state. It looks like I'm pulling active, not visible. But maybe visible isn't a thing that you can check. But active actually seems to cover... It's like it doesn't care about things that are on in other scenes. So I might... Well, maybe visibility change covers both of them. What we can do now... get that down to just you. Refresh. So that's a visible page on here. Then we switch. And we got hidden invisible. Okay. That doesn't prove... Because I do not know how to force a refresh of a visible page as if it had loaded in another scene without making it visible. Okay, so here's a question. How about... I don't have a good alternate scene, do I? So we know... So clear everything. Okay, so what if I'm already in studio mode and I change... No, because I want to transition that. Because then I can actually view this. Properties. Okay, it has not gotten it. It has not gotten any event, so it is not considered hidden. What about... I guess I should have left the active thing in there, huh? Ability. Active. All right. So out of there, so I can get to this. Refresh. No changes initially. So if we go studio mode, We did get an active change for that, which is probably what we want to go off of. And active, yeah. How would I know? Well, because that's doing its own little visibility log. Well, we can check this again real quick. Hidden visible, and then that was even in that situation. And we should also see that if I just do a change without, yeah, visible hidden. All right, so we should not need that anymore. Stream credits, debugging, 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 view, debugging. And then we probably do want to subscriptions. Also do browser visibility changes so that it works in the browser, amazingly enough. So the question is, we might go double depending on how it works out. We might fire double. I don't think it will become enough API requests to cause us any trouble. All right, so this is our testing one that we shouldn't need. And I'll have to actually update it before my main one works. So that, I think if that didn't work, the only other option would have been to split it into two different pages that communicated via like local storage or something about recent raids. And then the one that was the actual page would be set to unload when not in use. Oh, I don't need visible log either. Although I have to put it in for debugging a lot, it seems like. And okay. Use OBS specific API to get more accurate visibility on scene changes. And I should just double check that not causing us any errors here, because we've got that appropriately conditioned off. All right, cool. So that is something I'll have to update my real one later. Meanwhile, this is actually a reasonably up-to-date and accurate set of credits for today's, well, actually, we just refreshed it, so that's very up to date. But that is it for now. For programming, I am going to shut down the stream for a minute to change stream settings. I am going to come back and do some Step Mania, which is a very, very different thing, so I won't be surprised if people want to go elsewhere if they were here for coding. But generally speaking, I am doing coding in the mornings, and some days I'm continuing on into Step Mania. And then sometimes I'm doing games in the afternoon. Not today. I've kind of made Monday and Tuesday my groceries and errands and catch-up days. So if you want to hang around for Step Mania, great. If you don't, great. I will be back in a minute if you want to hang out. Thanks for hanging out for now, and until next time, bye.